All right. Shalom, Yashala. Call hello, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Waharakak, Wadash, Barakathum. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Aqua that they're listening. What I like to get into with this video, it was sent to me from a elder man, a bishop, and it's nothing more than what prophecy has stated, man. So this whole conspiracy trip, which now a lot of the world is seeing, what these devils what these devils been doing, man. So it's being revealed, man. It's being revealed, okay, in real time. And it really gets no more it really gets no more clear than we can paint it, man. Through the spirit, of course, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, the Most High is very evident who who the damn devil is, man. The Most High has laid it all out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Some people really just don't want to accept the fact now. It's really not people are, nah, you ain't that damn blind, This is Revelation chapter 12, and I'm gonna let this excerpt of this video play after I bring the scripture out. This is Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having a great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, so ever since he has been in rule, he's ruled wickedly, man. He's and hey, but that's his lot. E to be wicked, man. E is wicked, man. Their plans are wicked. There's nothing righteous about the so-called white man. Okay, this nigga is wicked. And these other heathens, these other nations, wicked too. But E takes the cake, though. So I just wanted to bring that out because they know they have but a short time. So that's why a lot of things are being pushed in like such an abundance and just like pretty much just oversaturating everything, man. Everything is if everything is just in bulk now. I was talking to somebody about that. I think a brother the other day about how like when you used to be able to enjoy music, now it's just, bro, it's a million artists who drop every week now. You used to have to wait, so they're definitely just pushing, all type of different frequencies, different, with those different frequencies, there's a lot of different spirits, man. From food to music, to media entertainment, what have you, hypersexual activity. They all have this agenda that everybody sees, man. Of course it may come off, kind of, so-called subtle, and then it just spirals into just pure wickedness is what it is, man. It's really, they really just pouring sugar on shit. Pardon my French. It's a term that I like to use, and it's true. They're really doing that. But I'm gonna let this clip play. It's a very short clip. Then I'm gonna get back to some scriptures.
You had a company called Lucifer Publishing to write out the philosophical underpinnings of the United Nations. She turned it into something called Lucis Trust, which still to this day exists at the United Nations as a meditation room with a big black cube in the middle and 1,000 points of light coming through the roof. And she wrote the 10 rules for the one world government, which still exists at the United Nations today. And they are, okay, take God and prayer out of education. Number 2, reduce parental authority over children. Number 3, destroy the traditional Christian family structure. Number 4, if sex is free, make abortion easy and legal. 5, make divorce easy and legal, free people of the concept of traditional marriage. 6, make homosexuality the alternative lifestyle. 7, debase art, make it run mad. 8, use media to promote and change mindset. 9, create an interfaith movement without God. And 10, get governments to make all of these laws and get the churches to endorse them. Let's just say the one thing not welcome at the United Nations is God.
Hey, and that's evident. So when they have that whole what's that, National Prayer Day, if I'm not mistaken, they definitely ain't praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. They're praying on the left hand side, man. And for people who see no issue with these matter of fact, I'm gonna get it, these unrighteous decrees, hey, they gon' woe to the inhabitants of the earth, man. So there's 2/3 of our people, and these heathen, man. People who are just dwelling in this place and think it's so it's so great. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Okay, and that scripture right there perfectly aligns with that excerpt of that video, man. From anyone from let me see, it's another because these female authors, hey, they really put out a Queen of Heaven vibration as well, man. So for them to be able to prescribe that Queen of Heaven vibration is really heavy on this place, man. It's very heavy, man. Okay. Verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. Okay. And everybody knows, anytime, so like I was looking at some on my laptop, but anytime something hits and that it so-called affects the rest of the world, who always gets hit the hardest, man? The 12 tribes do. Okay? From you so-called Negroes, you so-called Jamaicans, you so-called Haitians, you so-called Puerto Ricans, you so-called Native Americans, you so-called Latinos, man. Okay? The Southern and Northern Kingdom, we get hit the hardest, man. Okay? So when these decrees come out, hey, what happens? The family structure gets broken up. The children become unruly. Okay, the women become unruly. Okay, you take the man out the picture, you break the man down, and there you have it. Because in those 10 that list of 10 decrees that they were pushing, hey, that's being pushed, man. That's being pushed before we know it. What the what did she say? If sex is free, so should abortions be or be allowed? Did they not just have the whole Roe versus Wade? And the woman who was the face of that, when she was I believe before she passed, she said that was all BS. It was all made up. So this is a lot of this is it slips my mind right now. But a lot of this is of course it's the will of the Heavenly Father, but a lot of this is can't think of the term, Salakia. A lot of this is pretty much just staged in a sense. I like to say, so that's why you have a lot of these certain isolated incidents that are always called out, as far as, hey, I've seen that person, or people do their due diligence, come to find out people are actors and got acting credits, and they always happen to be in the mix of things, but it's all the will of the Heavenly Father to show you how tacky this society and this so-called kingdom is, man. is very tacky, but these things are playing out in reality. So make no mistake, everything is not um how I like to state it. Everything is just not fake or fake news or because we are in a world where fake news is out there, because if as much as they can, they're really trying to do away with a lot of truth. That's why people have such a huge issue with the Holy Scriptures, man, because they know it's truth. I don't want to hear that. But alluding to Isaiah chapter 30, preaching to them smooth things, right? But let me get bear with me, Baba Kashal. Let me get Psalms 64 though. Okay. This is Psalm 64, starting at verse 1. Hear my voice, O Most High, and my prayer preserve my life from fear of the enemy. And granted, we are, you are as an individual, and then as a nation, we're our worst enemy, But set aside from ourselves, looking ourselves in the mirror, and as a nation, who else would you consider the enemy? It would be the so-called white man. You know, it's very clear to see with these unrighteous decrees that's being passed out, man. They're doing everything they can to remain on the left hand side and to get everybody to pretty much get burned up with the ass, man, and judged. Which a lot of people are gonna get judged in that day. I'll continue to read. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection. Okay, that insurrection is what? A tumult, man, a uproar, something that they're plotting, and guess what? The plotting is being executed, man. Every day, you wake up, is new legislation, bills being passed, just a weirdo ass society, Let me reread verse 2 in its entirety. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Verse 3. Who wet their tongue like a sword to sharpen. Okay, that's what that wet is. Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. You know? So it's the whole get up of do as thou wilt type of spirit, that's being pushed to. It's a lot of left-handed witchcraft, man, with these elitists, you know. As everybody knows, you have, all your groups, the Illuminated ones, your CFR, Council of Foreign Relations, your Bilderberg, Trilateral Commission, what's that, agenda? Bear with me, Baba Kushai. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't mentioned that in some time. I believe Agenda 21. Bear with me, Baba Kushai. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Agenda 21 is a comprehensive plan of action to be taken globally, nationally, and locally by organizations of the United Nations system, governments, and major groups in every area in which human impacts on the environment. So that, hey, this is no longer just all that their conspiracy theories, put aside. As you can see, that clip is viral, man. So all this info is out there. It's viral, man. So that's why Sleepy Joe and them have put together a committee to really try to monitor what's being put out. And granted, you got a lot of BS out there, but then you got what? You got a lot of stuff that's useful, and they know and they notice like a lot of people are like, hey, nah, we tired of the okie doke. But you got a lot of people who want to go along and get along, man, who won't say nothing, and think that's gonna keep them cool. Nah, mm-mm. You got to pick a side, and that pick a side is for Israelites, those who know they're Israelites, those who know the name of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. We got a side, and we got a side to choose. Got to pick a side. The line's been drawn in the sand. Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Okay, and that's talking about the elect, the men of the Lord. Okay, so they're looking they're looking at any and every angle to to conquer Jake. Now Jake, we're Jake, the nation of Yasharala is conquered to an extent, temporarily though. See that's temporarily. We've been on punishment temporarily, man. But they're trying to really just gather all Jake, this one world. But of course, call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. That's not going to happen, man. As you can see, we also have a great amount of Jake waking up, you know. But it's going to be determined, who's who, what's what, But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, this is clearly talking about and his wicked elitists, man. Okay, and all the agendas and all the BS that they're trying to propose or push, is clearly talking about them in this chapter right here. Okay, verse 5, Salakia. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, "Who shall see them?" They have these off the grid meetings and meetings in Europe, and these I can't even think of what's that your Bohemian Grove, all those things, especially when coming into this truth, that's a lot of things that we looked up. So I made mention of Agenda 21, because it's like, hey, they've been plotting for some time, man. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, the men of the Lord have been calling them out, from the apostles and elders on down, and brothers around the four corners of the round earth, and now the rest of the world is catching on, even if they, don't agree with, the truth, that's definitely something that's going to be taken up with the Most High. And we know the Most High is going to come out on top on that. But people are starting to see this place for what it is, man. And it's the cat's out the bag. Okay, I'll continue reading. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Now, how so? Hey, you have artificial intelligence. I believe I done a video a couple of days ago about how, the AI technology, they giving this Edomite who was in a crash about 12 years ago. They're applying artificial intelligence. This guy's, that the artificial intelligence is activating nerves, that he's never used before. New nerves, if I'm not mistaken, man. So they're searching out all type of stuff, man, and to make themselves, so-called equally yoked with the Most High, man. And they're really just gathering, they're gathering who they can, man, and they really want to tear down the image of the so-called black man, the so-called Latino man, and the so-called Native American man. They want to decimate the masculinity. They want to push their folly, man, on the nation, which, hey, that's why 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed. It's no secret that this is the worst state that men and women have ever been in, man. They've got all these unrighteous decrees that's being passed along, and it's like, man, you you would think, like, it's, like, bro, stop. It's too much. But with it's never too much, man. It is never too much, man. So they continue to what? They search out wickedness, man. They continue to search out wickedness, man. Okay. Just unrighteousness, man. I'll continue reading. Verse 7. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, and suddenly they shall be wounded. Meaning the Most High is gonna gonna come out on top, man, and destroy y'all, man. Woe unto y'all, man. It's gonna be destruction, man. People don't understand like all this judgment, how all this judgment is going on in the earth, and they think like the Most High is not responsible for it. You know, like, bro, the Most High is gonna judge these people. Okay, fire and brimstone. Okay, and a lot of people gonna get judged in a lot of clever ways from the Most High, man. Okay, the Lord is gonna stop, the program, man. He's gonna, y'all not gonna get to accomplish every damn thing. You get close, but no cigar, man. And that's the will of the Most High as well. Verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Okay, so all these nations and people who are in league with the so-called white man and these elitist groups, they gonna see the true power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, and they gonna try to make their way, like, nah, bro, it's just not gonna happen, bro. Okay, so a lot of people, gonna shake their heads. A lot of people gonna be like, damn, like, yeah, the Most High did that. The Most High broke that up, man. So call it conspiracy or whatever, because on the left hand side they conspire. They agreed to destroy the 12 tribes. If it was possible. They've played their part. They've played their part, but now they've become played out. Everybody's been caught on. The cat's out the bag. The jig is up. Okay, let me continue reading. Verse 9. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. And that's going to be the men of the Lord, man. But that's going to be all the nations too. Like, damn, people, sooner or later, whenever the Lord feels like it, and whenever he appoints the time is when it's going to pop off. Everybody's going to understand, man. Everybody's going to understand. So it was, and I'll reread that again. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. Okay. Of course, the men of the Lord. And then, all the other nations are going to see, hey, the Lord ain't playing, man. The Lord ain't playing, Verse 10. The righteous shall be glad in Yahweh and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. Okay, that's going to be the men of the Lord, man, who's going to see the downfall of E, man. Okay, so China is not coming into power next. Okay, all these elitist groups are going to get embarrassed, broken up, and shamed, man, put to shame, because the Most High is about to get busy, man, through the Spirit, man. So the Most High is about to get busy. So that conspiracy, hey, we cool with being considered that, because we all agree this place is wicked, the elite is wicked, the decrees are wicked. So yes, we all agree. We conspire that this place, hey, we agree that this place is wicked and it will be destroyed by the Most High. Okay, and his son, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, our big brother. That's all I had on that. Abaratazah. This was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. So once again, call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Waharakak Wadash Barakathum. And once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Achion, pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat out there listening. Shalom.